All right, so we've got this newsletter here from Love to Visit London, all about Roman ruins.
Uh-huh.
And I'm picturing all our listeners out there maybe sipping some tea, just daydreaming about history.
Yeah,
But hold on to your cuppa because we're diving into Roman London.
we are.
And trust me,
Okay.
it's way more exciting than you might think.
It really is.
So, this whole idea that beneath the London we know today, there's a whole other city
Right.
from 2,000 years ago.
2,000 years ago, yeah.
It's like something out of a movie.
It's like something out of a movie. It really is.
And the newsletter even says that we can actually walk those Roman streets.
Yeah.
Just 7 meters below where we'd be strolling today.
It makes you wonder what they would think.
Right?
Those Romans, if they could see the city now,
Yeah.
all those layers of history piled on top of their world.
All those layers.
Yeah, think about it.
Yeah.
The city's literally built itself on top of its own past.
So where do we even begin to uncover this hidden Roman city?
Well,
The newsletter mentions a couple of spots.
yeah. Let's start with something you might not expect.
Okay.
The Barbican, right in the heart of this modern complex, nestled among the art spaces and theaters,
Mhm.
are ruins of a Roman fort.
Really?
You can find sections along Noble Street
Okay.
and even see a surviving gate along London Wall.
Okay, so a Roman fort,
Yeah,
hidden in plain sight. That's pretty cool.
pretty cool.
But let's be honest, I'm always up for a good walk.
Sure.
What about this self-guided tour that the newsletter mentions?
Ah, you're talking about tracing the path of the old city walls.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic way to get a sense of how London has grown and changed over the centuries. You'll literally be walking through layers of history from Roman times to the medieval period.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
We're talking forts, we're talking walls,
Yeah.
but now we're talking about a Roman amphitheater
Uh-huh.
hidden in London.
Hidden in London.
Seriously.
And what's even more incredible is how it was discovered.
Yep.
Imagine, in 1988, archaeologists digging beneath Guildhall Yard, a bustling center of modern London,
Okay.
and suddenly, boom, they stumble upon this lost amphitheater.
Wait, so they just found this massive Roman amphitheater beneath a regular city square?
They did.
I'm picturing gladiators battling it out, crowds going wild,
Mm-hmm.
all just a few feet beneath where people are grabbing their lunch today.
It's a stark reminder
Right.
that even in a city as well documented as London,
Yeah.
there are still secrets waiting to be unearthed. This discovery really challenges our assumptions about what we think we know about the past.
So we've got a Roman fort tucked into a modern cultural center,
Yeah.
a walk that takes us through centuries of history,
Yeah.
and a hidden amphitheater.
A hidden amphitheater.
I'm starting to see why you're so fascinated by this.
And we've only just scratched the surface.
Wow.
Remember that around the web section in
Yeah.
the newsletter?
Ah.
There's a link to an article all about what daily life was actually like in Roman London.
Okay.
It wasn't all togas and chariots, you know?
Well, I'm definitely curious about that. Did they have their own version of rush hour? Were they complaining about the weather just like us?
Well, let's dive into that next. I think you'll be surprised by what we find. Londinium, as it was called back then, was a major trading hub attracting people from all over the Roman Empire.
Wow.
We're talking merchants, soldiers, craftspeople, even people who were enslaved.
Oh, well. I'm complaining about the tube,
Right.
but definitely a melting pot, just like London today.
Yeah.
I love that connection.
Yeah.
But the newsletter also mentions something about the Roman fort being a military stronghold.
Mm-hmm.
What can you tell me about that?
Well, that article in the Around the Web section really paints a picture of the fort as a center of Roman power.
Okay.
Remember, Londinium was founded around 47 AD,
Okay.
and the fort was likely established soon after to secure their new settlement.
Right.
The Romans were strategic. They knew how to build and maintain their control.
So if I'm picturing this right where the Barbican stands today, almost 2,000 years ago, there was this bustling Roman fort
Yeah.
full of soldiers and activity.
Because we know how long it lasted.
That's where the story gets a bit hazy.
Oh.
We know the Romans withdrew from Britain in the early 5th century AD,
Right.
but what happened to Londinium and its fort after that is still a bit of a mystery.
Hmm.
Archaeologists and historians are constantly piecing together clues from the ruins and artifacts.
So it's like a giant puzzle, but with pieces missing.
It is, yeah.
You know, speaking of connecting the dots, the newsletter also mentions a pub, the Green Goose,
Mm-hmm.
near a place called Roman Road in Bow.
Right.
What are the chances? That's just a coincidence.
I'd say the chances are pretty slim.
Yeah,
Place names are often echoes of the past.
right.
It's very possible that Roman Road follows the path of an actual Roman road.
Wow.
showing how their infrastructure still shapes the city today,
So we've got the fort likely built soon after Londinium was founded.
playing a vital role in Roman control of the region.
Right.
But we also have these everyday glimpses into their world,
We do.
like a possible Roman road now marked by a pub.
Yeah.
It's fascinating how these remnants of the past are woven into the fabric of modern London.
It really is. And it makes you wonder what other traces of Roman life might we be overlooking, what else lies hidden beneath our feet.
That's a great question. So, to recap, we've uncovered a Roman fort in the middle of the city,
Uh-huh.
explored the possibility of a pub marking an ancient Roman road,
Yeah.
and of course there's that incredible amphitheater hidden beneath Guildhall Yard.
Right.
And on top of all that, we've got a glimpse into the lives of the diverse people who called Londinium home.
And that's the beauty of this deep dive. You started with a simple newsletter, and look where it's taken us. We've uncovered layers of history, connected the past to the present, and hopefully sparked a sense of wonder about the hidden stories all around us.
Absolutely. I have to say, I'm ready to put on my explorer's hat and start uncovering these Ronin secrets for myself. And I bet you are too.
Mm-hmm.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Roman London, what's the one thing you'd want our listener to take away from all this?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is that history isn't just something you read about in books,
Right.
It's all around us,
Yeah.
often hidden in plain sight.
Yeah.
When you walk down a London street, you're walking through layers of time.
And you never know what you might discover if you just start looking, right?
Exactly.
Like, who would have thought that a Roman amphitheater was hiding beneath a busy city square?
I know. It's mind-blowing.
It is mind-blowing, and it just reminds us that we can always learn more about the past, even in a place as well-studied as London.
Right.
There's always something new to uncover, some fresh perspective to gain.
So what would you say to our listener who's maybe inspired to go on their own Roman London adventure?
I would say keep your eyes open and your curiosity piqued.
Okay.
Visit those sites we talked about, the Roman fort, the city walls, even Guildhall Yard.
Yeah.
Imagine the Romans going about their lives in those same spots. It's like stepping back in time without even needing a time machine.
Exactly.
And don't forget that around the web section in the Love to Visit London newsletter,
Yeah,
it's a fantastic starting point for more in-depth exploration.
absolutely. And beyond Roman London, this applies to any city you visit.
Hmm.
Do a little digging look beneath the surface, and you'll be amazed by the layers of history waiting to be discovered.
What a fantastic deep dive this has been.
It has been.
From a simple newsletter about Roman ruins, we uncovered hidden amphitheaters,
We did.
explored the lives of everyday Romans, and even stumbled upon a pub that might mark an ancient Roman road.
And who knows what else is out there,
Exactly.
waiting to be discovered.
Well, a huge thank you to Love to Visit London for sparking this fascinating journey.
Yes, thank you.
And to you, dear listener, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Roman London.
Until next time.
Until next time, keep exploring.